everyone, Amanda again from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm making a card inspired by this fantastic one that I was sent by a member of my Stampin' Up team, and I just love the simplicity of the fold. Yeah, it's, you know, it's something a little bit special, and it's really pretty. So I'm taking the idea of the fold, decorating mine different. I'm going to leave all of the measurements over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, but basically we start with the standard card size. So this, you know, is a the width of a standard A4, so it's 8 and do you know, I blink and I forget these sizes. 8 1/4 by 5 7/8. Score it in the middle like so, and then for this one here you just fold it back so it meets the edge there and score it nicely. I've got a matting layer for inside, which I've cut 1/4 inch smaller, and I've done the same for the outer edge here. I'll leave all these sizes over on my blog, so jump on over and have a look there. And then I've just got a sliver, just a tiny amount of the beautiful is it Perennial Essence DSP? I'll leave everything that I've used over there as well. And then I've got this a little matte layer here where I've layered up, and we're using Rococo Rose. And then from the, oh, was it Well Written? No, that's the wrong one. That's Handle Cut Rose. From the, yes, Well Written Framelets with the huge variety of words, I've cutted the word friend, again in Rococo Rose, so it's the same, not sure where it's going yet. And what I'm going to do, my showpiece for this card are my vellum flowers. I may only use one. I will leave a link at the end of this video, it will come up as a suggested video, where you can see me making these. Okay, I did the video a couple of days ago, and I'm using the flowers today. Right, I'm also I'm not sure, but I might use some of this ribbon, which is a beautiful gathered ribbon, and it is the Rococo Rose. It's stunning, and that's like, it looks kind of like a copper shimmer, and it's gathered. It's really pretty, so we'll see how we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is start and stick my layers together. So I'm going to get my cardstock on first, and I think I've used Very Vanilla here. I've got quite a backlog of Very Vanilla, and because I am guilty of favouring Whisper White, but you know, Very Vanilla is a lovely, lovely colour, and it goes beautiful with this DSP, so I'm going to get it used. I've told myself I'm going to make sure that I use it more and more, rather than just sticking to plain old Whisper White. Okay. And this is the thick version. I do prefer to use the thicker one. It's slightly more expensive because you don't get as many sheets in the pack, but I just love it. And then your cards are lovely and sturdy. I really do like it. And so I will have that as my choice of cardstock. So I'm just layering that on. I've cut it the same length, but obviously just slightly narrower. Okay, and then I can put my inside layer on. There we go. Sat in my craft room melting. It's absolutely beautiful, beautiful weather. I am not complaining because I do not like winter. I don't like to be cold, I don't like the rain, I don't like the snow, I don't like Halloween, I'm not bothered for autumn, I like the sun. I just thought I'd tell you. Right, so now I'm going to layer these up, and I'm not quite sure whether I want them straight. I think I'm going to have them straight. So I'm going to layer these up. Just got a small increment there. Like I say, I'll leave all the measurements over on my blog. Sometimes it gets tedious calling out all the measurements. You know, I just like to create. So, you know, hop on over there. The link is always in the description box below. You can also see all of my projects over on Pinterest. I do collect them over there. So I'm going to mimic what Natalie did. If I just share her card again, she's used the thanks there, and I just thought it was really nice. And then how that opens, you write your message there, and then when this is shut, it's hidden. So I just thought it was a lovely idea, so I've pinched it. She won't mind. if I use somebody else's idea, I always give credit. I can't give you a blog link or anything because Natalie doesn't do social media. She does wonderful, wonderful workshops and classes in her local area. She's very, very successful as well, bless her. She's awesome. She's on fire. But all my team are awesome. Right, so let me just lift that up. So I'm just going to tuck it ever so slightly just in there, and then I'm just going to put it just on a slant so that it fits in. I'm just going to leave that to dry. It will dry clear, will that glue, but if any excess smooshes out, I just nip it off. Now, the easiest way to attach these is to use the self-adhesive sheet, but I didn't use it today because sometimes I like to show how easy it is to just dab the tiniest bit of glue on the back and just go for it. Right, so there we are. So that will open like that. Alright, so what I may do, I was going to put some ribbon there. Shall I put it there? Let's have a look where my flower's going to go. I might put my flower on the length like that and then put some of this lovely ribbon around. Okay, oops, I've got glitter everywhere. So let me just grab some tear and tape, because that will help me keep my ribbon in position. So I'm just going to get some tear tape here, and I am going to wrap it all the way around, which some people might think is wasteful, but you're going to see the back of this, aren't you? You're going to be able to see the back of it when it's open. So my theory and my madness is that it will just look prettier. Okay, put some tear and tape there as well. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to fasten it yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take the backing off of there. I'm going to make sure I've got plenty to tie in a knot. Okay, so I've got plenty there. So all I have to do now is attach that and give it a good press. Make sure it's straight, Amanda, please. Give it a good press, and that will stay in place, making it easier when I then want to come and do, you know, my bow or my knot. I don't think I'm going to do a bow. I think I'm going to do a knot. I'm going to chicken out. I'm not brave enough to do bows on camera because I'm actually not very good at them. It's like my nemesis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that fairly straight. Okay, and get my Stampin' Snips, and I will just cut some off, and I'm gonna chicken out, and I'm doing a knot. Okay, so I'm all fingers and thumbs. Been busy working all day, and this is the last project of the day for me, and then I'm going to shoot off to the supermarket and get loads of food because we're going to have a barbecue tomorrow. Just thought I'd fill you in with my schedule. Yeah, we're gonna, you know, when the sun comes out, you know, what more fun is it than taking all your food outside and burning it to death on a barbecue? I'm not the world's best cook. Absolutely not. In fact, I think my cooking is worse than my bows. Definitely. Now what I'm just going to do, just because I want that bow I want that knot to sit exactly where I want it. Else, you know, I might have a little bit of a padder, a little bit of a wobble. So, you know, glue dots are your friend here. And then you can ensure that those tails will sit exactly where you want them. Alright, there we go, I'm happy with that. Let me just, in fact I'm not happy with that. That one is too long, so I'm just going to adjust it. You know, change it up, just move that to there. And I haven't pushed the ribbon onto the glue dots in a perfectly straight way. I've done it a little bit, you know, skew width on purpose so that it looks a bit more natural rather than that I've glued them down. So what we're going to do now is assess roughly where I want this to go. So I want it there because I want an even kind of border there. Okay, so There we go. If I just give myself a little visual, just a little visual gentle mark there, so I know not to glue past that mark. Okay. And just add a little bit of glue on there. And then we're going to get that on there. And again, I'm looking for an even border, the same at the top as there is at the side. And I'm looking for that to be pretty straight down there. And then I can come in and press that. Okay. Alright. And as you can see there, you've got that lovely fold out and you write your message behind there. Okay. So now I'm just going to attach, I don't know how many of these I should have. I might just have, do you know what, I think I'm just going to have one. We're going to go for a less is more approach here. Alright, and I'm going to use glue dots. Now, if I was sending this out, this is just for demonstration purposes. If I was sending this out, I would take the time and I would glue the vellum on probably to make sure it doesn't come out. I've got excess glitter in the middle of the flowers because I just sprinkled a bit and then the excess you shake off. So I should have done that before I started. So I'm just going to stick that right in the middle of there. Okay. And there we've got a very pretty flower. Now if you don't want to squash that, you can make yourself a small box lid to go with it. If you're worried about it being posted, then when you make the vellum flower, don't do it 3D, do it flat. There's always different ways of doing it, but look at that. How awesome is that? What a beautiful card. So that is inspired by this one, made by the lovely Natalie. I think both of them are equally beautiful, but what a great fold that is. I think it's really cool. So give it a try. I will leave all of the measurements and there aren't really any score lines, it's just a standard card and you fold the side over, so it couldn't be any easier really. So there you go and give it a try. Go and have a look at my vellum flower video and have some fun. Thanks for watching. I've got to go to Asda now. I'll see you soon. Bye.